Question 3 is 9 marks. So again, to remind you, this is pure math 1 paper. So the first part says find the integration of f of x dx. They gave you f of x up here. It's x plus 5 all squared divided by root x. So to integrate this, let's just first write it down here. F of x equals x plus 5 all squared divided by root x. X plus 5 is squared divided by root x. Now what we what we can do is we can expand this bracket. The easier way is just the first one is squared, so x squared plus 2 times the first times the second. 2 times x times 5 is 10x plus the second one is squared, which is 25. All this is divided by x to the power of a half. Now if you didn't understand how I got this, you can just expand them like this. X plus 5 and x plus 5 is going to give you x squared plus 10x plus 25. So that's it. Now for x to the power of a half down here, why don't we move it up here and make it negative? We can just write it up here and make it x to the power of negative a half. Right? Now that's very good. What we can do now is just expand. We can multiply it in every single term. So x squared times x to the power of negative a half, we just add the power. So 2 plus negative a half, it's 1.5, so it's 3 over 2 plus 10x 1 plus negative a half, it's just 1 minus a half, so it's just 10x to the power of a half, and finally plus 25 x to the power of negative a half. And now we can do the integration of this dx. If you don't do this, you can't integrate, because we have not yet been taught how to do such integration unless we make it like this. So now the integration is, you will first add 1 to the power, so it's going to be x to the power of 3 over 2 plus 1, and then you divide by the new power. 3 over 2 plus 1 is 3 over 2 plus 2 over 2, isn't it? So it's divided by 5 over 2. That's the new power. And if you have such fraction, just don't write it like this, it looks ugly. Write the 2 here and the 5 here. So instead of 5 over 2, make the denominator to be a numerator, and that's it. For the second one, it's going to be 10 x to the power of a half plus 1 is 3 over 2, and then we divide by 3 over 2. So we just write the 3 here, and we make the 2 to go to the numerator, so the 10 becomes 20, because it's going to be 10 times this 2 here. That's good. Last part is 25 x to the power of a negative a half plus 1 is just a half, divide by a half, that means multiplying by a 2, so this is going to be 50 x to the power of a half plus c. Can we do anything else here? No. I think that's it. We found the first part. We did get the 4 marks. Let's just have a last look if we can do anything. We can't. So this is amazing. This is the final answer. That's 4 marks. Now let's look at B. Show that when the first derivative equals 0, you got this. Okay. So do you remember when we did make it easier, it got to be this. When we combined and multiplied and all, we got this. So we got f of x equal x to the power of 3 over 2 plus 10x to the power of a half. 10x to the power of a half plus 25x to the power of negative a half, right? Now we just need to find the derivative of this or differentiate this. So that's going to give you the first derivative of x is equal to. Now for the differentiation, you first multiply. There is a 1 here, so 1 times 3 over 2 is just 3 over 2. X to the power of 3 over 2 minus 1. It's just a half, isn't it? Plus 10 times a half, we first multiply this time that. 10 times a half is 5. X to the power of a half minus 1 is negative a half. And then 25 times negative a half is minus 25 divided by 2. X to the power of negative 3 over 2. So we did a lot of work here. We did very good. Now, what did they say? Let's see the question. They said make it equal 0. So let's make this equal 0. And they then say prove that is going to look like this. 3x squared plus 10x minus 25. Let's look at it. 3x sorry. So there is a 3x, there is 5, and there is 25 divided by 2. Have you noticed? If we multiply everything by 2, we will get almost the same thing. Okay, so let's do it. Multiply all this by 2. The 2 cancel the 2 in the 3 over 2, so it's just going to be 3. We just move it up. 3x to the power of a half. And then 2 times 5 is 10, so it's 10x to the power of negative a half. Minus 2 times 25 over 2, the 2 cancels the 2, so it's just 25. X to the power of negative 3 over 2 equals 0. Does it look like what they want? It's almost. The numbers here are showing now 3, 10 and 25. We got them. But we didn't get the x squared and x. Have you noticed the 25 has no x in it? So obviously we need to get rid of this to just make it 25. Have you noticed? Because it's just plus minus 25 there. There is no x. Yeah, so it's just minus 2. So we need to get rid of this. Now how do we get rid of x to the power of negative 3 over 2? It's a very difficult question, isn't it? We can just multiply all the terms by the positive power. If we multiply everything by x to the power of 3 over 2, they will cancel these two. Because look, x to the power of negative 3 over 2 times x to the power of 3 over 2. When you add the indices, because it's indices, when you add negative 3 over 2 plus 3 over 2, it gives you x to the power of 0, which is just 1. So you will finish by 25 times 1, which is just 25. Did you get me? So if we multiply everything by x to the power of 3 over 2, we will get the 25. And let's see, what else will we get? Now let's do it. So it's 3x to the power of a half times x to the power of 3 over 2 plus 10x to the power of negative a half times x to the power of 3 over 2. For this part, we know it's just minus 25 equals 0. Now, if you use indices, a half and 3 over 2, you should add them, right? What's a half plus 3 over 2? It's going to be 3x to the power of a half plus 3 over 2 is 4 over 2, right? 4 over 2 is 2, so it's 3x squared. Plus, what's negative a half plus 3 over 2? It's just 2 over 2, which is 1. So it's going to be plus 10x minus 25 equals 0. Brilliant. Very good. That's correct. That's exactly what they want us to get. 3x squared plus 10x minus 25. 3x squared plus 10x minus 25. Perfect. Hence, state the values of x for which f inverse of x equals 0. Or not f inverse, the first derivative is equal to 0. So we need just to solve this equation. 3x squared plus 10x sorry, minus 25 equals 0. Oh, this looks like a 6. Now to solve this, and you need to show your working, please just write the quadratic formula. X equal minus b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, and then x equals minus 10 plus or minus the square root of 10 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 25 divided by 2 times 3. Once you get to this point, it's up to you. You can finish it, or you can just do the trick, use your calculator and find the values of x. And that's enough because you showed your working and then you just found the values of x. I'll just put it in the calculator. So 3, 10, negative 25. So I got two values. I got x equal 5 over 3 and I got x equal negative 5. X equal negative 5 doesn't work if you try it. It doesn't give you 0 because I just did this question before. But in the exam, please, if you got more than one value, try both, but substitute it here. Now if you substitute negative 5 here, it wouldn't give you 0. So x is only 5 over 2. Was it 5 over 2? 5 over 3. X is 5 over 3. And that's your 9 nice, easy peasy marks. It's a lot of work, but there is nothing like very strange or difficult. It's doable, isn't it? Did you get this question? Was it easy? Now let's look at the next one. Oh goodness, how many pages did they give you to answer that question? Now question 4. It looks scary, but we will do it. Now let's look at this.